TIFU by expecting my dad to pay to get my ring out of pawn. For some background information, I am 19M. I'm currently staying at home and got accepted to college. The reason I couldn't go to college last year was because I was held back when I was 7 due to a accident. To start with the story, I have ADHD and my parents get governmental assistance for taking care of me. Therefore I can't get a job. My parents won't let me because it'll harm their social security income. When I was 14 I inherited a beautiful emerald and diamond ring from my uncle. His wife was from India and it was in their family for generations. Sadly my uncle and his wife died very suddenly. My uncle, being sentimental, gave the ring and most of his sentimental items to me. I cherished this ring for the past 5 years. I would barely wear it from occasion to occasion, but I always kept it with me. The ring is 14K gold, with 56 small diamonds and 5 larger emeralds surrounding the ring. From the get-go my parents hated the fact that I got the ring. They wanted to sell it, but I guess this all boils down to last week. My dad lost his job, and my parents were struggling keeping up the rent. They asked me if we could pawn the ring and they would get it out with the social security check. I had no reason not to trust my parents, but I shouldn't have let them. Whenever they had a single thing of value they would sell it for their cigarettes and alcohol. My parents got $1,800 for the ring at the pawn shop. Well, they got paid yesterday and I asked them about getting the ring out. My dad then informed me that they couldn't get the ring out and they had to lie to me. I'm heartbroken and I feel extremely betrayed. I'm refusing to talk to my parents and I'm going to talk to my social worker about getting off of Social Security and leaving home. TLDR. My parents needed rent money because my dad lost his job. They promised they would get my ring out of pawn and I was informed they lied to me just so they could get me to pawn it. Listen dude, I know it sucks to hear this, but I was in a similar boat. You're 19 now and your parents seem like deadbeats. It's time to learn how to support yourself and put as much distance between you and them as possible. It's the only way to survive. If you don't run now, they will continue to lie and steal and cheat and drag you down with them. Get out while you can. Good luck. I can't get a job. My parents won't let me because it'll harm their social security income. Then, I'm heartbroken and I feel extremely betrayed. Your plan to get a job and support yourself is a good first step to normalcy. I mean, it's kind of a long shot, but you could report it as stolen. Seeing as they stole it from you, I'm not sure, but it might cause the pawn shop to have to return it to you. But it would also end up with your parents most likely facing felony theft charges. So your story starts with your parents committing social security fraud? Also, you can work a certain amount and still receive SS. It sounds like your parents are not only committing fraud but they are also committing financial abuse. If you are over 18, unless we are missing something, you should be receiving USS payments now, not your parents. If you guys want a picture of the ring, DM me. It's really pretty and if I can't get it back from the pawn shop I'll save a bunch of money so I can have one custom made. Gonna throw a little harsh advice to you, but I believe you can get a good job. ADHD isn't a reason to stay in poverty. Get treatment and therapy and become a success story. Break this cycle of being poor. It's gonna be tough, but it's obvious your parents can't take care of themselves right now, much less another adult. You are 19, so your parents can't stop you from getting a job. If it hurts their income, that's their problem. They should want to see you thrive and succeed. Plan your exit now. Report it stolen and you will get the ring back. Your parents, on the other hand, will be facing felony charges for theft. Once I learned to embrace my ADHD, my life improved dramatically. To this day I keep a few hundred miles between me and my family. I'll give them visits but not power over me. When you do move on, don't blame them for anything. That's giving them power in your mind. Try to be aware of the people around you and absorb their best attributes. But be aware that the world is full of phony people. Best of luck, human. Edit. I don't discuss my mental health until I know someone very well, lest I be judged. 1800 at pawn shop. Wonder how much would they get selling a different way. You can collect Social Security for ADHD? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. What the fuck? This is infuriating and heartbreaking all at once. Don't get off Social Security. Talk to someone at the Social Security office about getting the checks in your name, since you will be moving out soon. Also, my Bill is on Social Security disability but is allowed to work as long as he doesn't make over a certain amount or work more than a certain amount of hours, so ask if there is any way you could get a job. If they say you can't work, then just get that check in your name instead of your parents'. Lol, support yourself and you don't need to worry about people taking advantage of you. Be your own adult. Go to college. Make your own money. Do not work and let other claim you as a dependent. You're 19, it's way about time you created your own life and depended on yourself. Like now. I'd take them to Judge Judy. No joke. Small claims. Do you want to move to Canada? I'll adopt you. Man. You are 19, why are your parents collecting your SS insurance check? It sounds like your parents have been stealing from you and the government your whole life. Bring something of theirs to the pawn shop and trade it for your ring. Total asshole move by your parents. As a parent, I think it's disgusting to take from your kids. Tough spot for sure. Your parents are deadbeats. They would rather you financially depend on them so the government pays them than let you move on with your life. Financially independence first, get a job. Tell them you need to work or else you will never be able to leave. Save 100% of it. If they ask you what it pays, lie and tell them as little as you can reasonably get away with. If they try to charge you rent, tell them you will be happy to start that arrangement once you have the ring they took back. Know that you aren't getting that ring back. Cost of a lesson. You could try to go to the pawn shop and talk to them about it. Start paying for it slowly if they will let you under the situation that it was stolen from you. If you can get out quickly, you can file a lawsuit in small claims court against them for breach of contract. I don't know what country you are in, but in the US, verbal agreements count as contracts. Since you have a clear line of possession on it, you received it from your late uncle. They took possession of it on the understanding they would give it back. They didn't give it back. You should be able to win that case. You again probably won't get the ring back unless you report it stolen. But you could easily get restitution. This sucks. This sucks a lot. You shouldn't have to fight with your parents because they can't reasonably support you. Especially since they are choosing to support you for social welfare reasons. If you were a 19-year-old, not financially contributing and they needed you to help with some of your check, that would be one thing, but they required you not to work and then also tricked you into losing something you love. If I were you, I'd consider if you actually love these people. Are you sure they got a loan and didn't straight up sell it to the pawn shop? Or her-wise, it could be gone already.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.